Rock Studio, who's this?
It's Todd Poole, Roxy Blue. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man?
It's DJ Shaggy.
The one and only.
What's going on, bro?
You know, just hanging out, waiting for your phone call. So thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Man, I was hoping I was going to be right on time, man.
No, you're good, man. Don't even worry about it. Yeah.
Cool.
You are directly on time, so we're good to go. Where are you calling from today, man?
I'm calling from Memphis, Tennessee, brother.
All right.
Home of Elvis Presley, pretty much, and rock and roll.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's where Sun Records is over there, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Sun Records, Ardent Studios, and we got a bunch of them here in Memphis. So
that's right. Johnny Cash is a big influence of mine, so you got to love it, man.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, Johnny's, he was around here, I believe, but he's more closer to Nashville, which, you know, between Nashville and Memphis is nothing but music, so.
Oh, you know it. So we're really excited to have you out to the Rockfest, man. You excited about it?
Man, we are pumped. We just signed with Frontier Records, so we're really pumped and looking forward to August 24th and having everybody come out. It's going to be an unbelievable rock show. And, of course, we're looking forward to playing with our buddies in Rat. And, of course, our friends in Warrant.
Yes.
Warrant actually discovered Roxy Blue. Jenny Lane did. So
yeah,
that'll be cool to meet up with those guys again. And, of course, Doc. And so I just think that we're playing on the 24th. I think it's going to be an awesome night. We got a lot of good things in store for everybody. It's going to be pure energy, without a doubt. A few things up our sleeve. And we're going to hang out for the whole weekend. And I got a friend of mine, Brent Woods, who plays in Sebastian Bach's band. So, of course, we were signed to Motley Crue's management, so Vince will be there. So it's just going to be a fun-filled weekend, man.
That's 100% true, man. We're really excited about it. So real quick, for those listeners who don't know much about Roxy Blue, you guys came out with the album in 1992, Want Some. You saw some success from that. And then you kind of broke up and went on a hiatus for a little bit. Why did you guys decide to call it quits in what seemed to be such an early stage in the band's career?
Oh, man, obviously, that's a great question, and we get asked that a lot. I do. Well, we got a lot of things happen. Of course, we had, Tom Zutaut, who was with Geffen, Guns N' Roses guy, and Motley Crue guy, and Tesla. And then Mike Klink produced the record, and then we had Motley Crue's management, Doug Taylor, with Top Rock. And it was just a lot going on, and unfortunately, we kind of came out and, and Nirvana just got signed to DGC, which was a part of Geffen.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Seattle scene blew up, and we just caught the tail end of the fun music, man. And, I actually liked the Seattle music, but it pretty much, it hurt. I mean, we were scheduled to go on tour with Motley Crue for the Hooligans Holiday Tour. And Tommy had already announced it. We were excited about it. And then, just the bottom fell out. We had a new pre-production done for a new record.
Yeah.
And the powers to be said, look, man, it's going to be shelved. You're at the end of an era. I went and sang with Warrant for a little bit, had a couple of releases in Japan. And, man, Sid went off and decided to go to school and become a dentist, and I started a little band called Saliva.
Oh, yeah, we've heard of them for sure.
So I was the original guy who put Saliva together, and I was with them to the Grammys, and I was actually played drums in that band, and it was a co-writer. So, yeah, man, it was like, it was a lot going on, ups and downs at the same time, and I'm real good friends. We're friends with the guys in Tora, Anthony and I are really good buddies, and they got a new record coming out, too, and they're a little plug for them. But, man, it's just a long time coming. People were going, when's Roxy going to get back together? I could never get Sid to commit. Wayne Sweeney played with us for a while from Saliva, and we've done a few cool shows. We just finished doing a show with Bret Michaels.
Oh, nice.
So I think the time's just come. I mean, years later, I think we got a really cool record coming out. It'll be out 2019 on Frontiers. And, man, the record is not 1992 Roxy Blue. I mean, it's still got the little bit of taste to it, but it's a heavier record. I think it's a pretty cool record. I hope everybody likes it.
New and improved Roxy Blue, right?
It is. I think everything we're going to try to do is new and improved. And the funny thing, I had my hair cut in a mohawk. I went from hair down to my back of my waist to a complete mohawk, and now I'm trying to go it back out. But I'm actually on my way to the studio here in a few minutes to do some more cutting. So I do think it's a new, improved Roxy Blue. I've got everybody else is still in the band. Scotty T's playing drums, and he actually plays drums with Nelson too. Josh Weil on bass, and I got a guy named Jeff Codron playing guitar who is absolutely amazing. He played with a band called Full Devil Jacket. Also played with Every Mother's Nightmare for a little bit. So it's going to be a hot one, I think. And it's going to be a good show, though.
Oh, I think so, too. So it's all original members of Roxy Blue except for Sid, of course, who's a dentist now.
Yeah, it is. And, the new music really suits our new lineup with Jeff. Really good. It's like I said, it's a little heavier. We're probably going to play. It looks like we're going to play pretty much Want Some. A lot of the songs on Want Some. We are planning on bringing out at least one new song from the new record.
Yes. So this will be the live debut of one of the new songs off the 2019 record.
It will be absolutely the first time we play the new song live, yes. And I can go ahead and tell you I'm excited about it. The song's called Rockstar Junkie.
Nice.
We're excited about it. It's a cool song, and it does have a little bit of touch of the old Roxy in it, but I think what I can tell everybody that's coming out to the show, it's going to be a night of full-blown rock and roll, and I'm just glad that there's going to be a lot of people out there that still carry the flags for rock and roll, and I think everybody should be expected to have a really good time. We still bring the old show.
Yes.
I still jump 20 feet in the air, and it's going to be awesome, brother.
Hey, we're looking forward to it, man. Now, how did you guys get involved in Rockfest? Because as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys did a reunion show back in 2016, and other than that, have you been playing shows, or is this the first show since then?
Well, no, we did a show for Patrick Francis from Tor had cancer, so they got us back together to do that. And it's actually basically the lineup that we have now, and we got together, and man, the response was insane.
Yeah.
It was a packed house. It was great. I think it really got the fever rolling, and we haven't played that much. But we were getting ready for the Bret Michaels show and got a call. I was actually at the rehearsal and got a call from Nick Teeter from Frontiers and was like, hey, we want to sign you guys. So that really just kind of busted everything open for us, man. And everybody was, it was even more of a reason to really get it going. So everybody's now putting everything they have into it. And, like you said, Roxy Blue round 2. And I think it's a new improved Roxy. And
that's right.
I didn't want to do the same thing over again. I wanted to come out with something new and improved, something for the new, and then something still for the people who liked us in the past. And how we got the Rockfest, I just got a call from Todd Hutchison, a promoter, and was like, man, I really want to get you guys on the show, and I think I can get you guys on. And I'm like, well, man, we're good with it. And I think it's just going to be a perfect situation for us. And we're overwhelmed to be playing it, and we're just glad to be coming to Idaho and doing Rockfest.
Hey, we're glad to have you, man. I was actually talking to Jerry Dixon from Warrant last week, and I asked him, who are you most excited to see at the Rockfest? And he said, you guys. He's like, I'm so psyched they're back together and doing it again.
Well, I stayed with Jerry a lot when I was in L.A., and he and Eric, and man, we've all shared a lot together, and man, those guys actually taught me how to drink tequila, man, and there is an art to it. Them and Janie, I never could keep up with Janie.
Which is good and bad.
But, man, I'm excited. I'm so glad and I'm so proud of the guys in Warrant. They've been through a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people can imagine what they've been through. And not only were they a band, those guys were buddies, man. And, Robert Mason is an absolutely great singer.
Yeah.
Roxy did their first show on tour when he was with Lynch Mob.
Oh, nice.
So in Arizona, in Phoenix. He's a great singer, and I'm glad they're out there doing it again. And I think that, they got a really good record out. I think it's going to do good. So the coolest thing is not just, we're going to come, and we're going to be so glad to be seeing all the rock people out there and having such a great time and just having a good night of rock and roll. But also it's going to be a good time for us to get back with some of our buddies. And, it's been a long time since we've really been out on the road, so we're looking for that to happen.
Yeah.
And start getting out and playing a bunch. So this is going to be a good kickstart for us.
Now, I know you said you got to get going to the studio and lay down some tracks, which is pretty awesome. So good luck with that and everying.
Yeah, I'm headed to this. We're going to do some guitar tracks tonight.
Oh, okay, so no vocals tonight.
I did some vocals the other night on a scratch. We're actually, man, I've been writing like crazy.
Good.
We're actually 8 songs done.
Oh, wow.
So we're putting 12 on it.
So you're 3/4 done.
Man, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Well, I wasn't going to say anything. We're actually going to do one cover on this record.
Yeah, what is it?
As of now, it looks like we're going to do Gonna Raise Hell by Cheap Trick.
Nice. That's a good one, and one that doesn't get covered often.
Man, I know. I had a bunch of my buddies are like, man, you got to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, so it's on the board right now. So hopefully we can do that and it can give everybody a little Cheap Trick. That's one of my favorite all-time bands. So
and that was actually leading to my last question, because on your first album, you guys covered Squeezebox by The Who, and I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, man, it's weird because I didn't want to do it.
Really?
No, I didn't, and the guys were like, man, we should do it. And then Tom Zutaut heard us play it, and we did it live, and he says, if we can capture that live energy, I want y'all to record it and try to capture that live energy, because the crowd really liked it. I wasn't really into doing it, but for some reason live, that song goes over so well. And what's weird is I was at the Rainbow in L.A. while we were cutting the record, hanging out with the guys in Skid Row, and man, I looked behind me, and John Entwistle from The Who was behind me, and his girlfriend, Lisa, was a friend of mine from Memphis, and she tapped me on the shoulder, and I'm sitting there, and I got to talk to him. Of course, he didn't care if we were doing the Who song or not. I mean, but
still, it's John Entwistle, man.
It was pretty cool to be able to talk to him, knowing we were getting ready to cut that song in the studio. So.
That's amazing. See, in my personal opinion, he's the greatest bass player of all time.
Man, he was like beyond a bass player. He was the guy that the bass players listened to get better.
Oh, yeah.
If they could figure his stuff out,
Exactly, man. So that's pretty cool. Was a Who the big influence of you guys, or not so much?
No, not really. The older I've gotten, I've done Rain on Me a lot in bands.
That's a hard song to sing.
It's right there for me, man. And I love that song. And
no, more power to you. That's awesome.
That song, and I really like the Who, though. You grow up a little bit, and you start appreciating more music and what it really stood for. And I think it started influencing me more the older I got, as is a lot of bands. I've always been a big Black Sabbath fan and a Led Zeppelin fan.
Oh, yeah.
But, Roxy Blue, we had weird influences, man, to be honest with you, man. Everybody thought Sid was all about Eddie Van Halen. Man, he was a Steve Morse, Roy Clark freak, man.
Really?
That's what he liked. So it had nothing to do with our music.
Thanks for sharing that, man.
Yeah, man.
I know you got to get to the studio, so I'll let you go here, but thank you so much for the call, and we look forward to seeing you at the Rockfest on the 24th. If you get a chance, stop by the studio, man.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be there all day on the 24th. We're coming in on the 23rd.
Are you?
So I'll give you a buzz, and I'll get all of us, and we'll all come by and say hi to you.
Please do. I mean, you have my number and everything on the email, so you're good to go.
I got it, man. And we are looking thank you guys for having us, and
of course.
We're going to bring a great show for you guys, so I can't wait to meet you and hang out with you, and we'll see you when we get there.
Oh, 100%. Looking forward to it, man. Like I said, just give me a call. We'll go out to lunch or something, all right?
Sounds great. All right, I'll see you I'll call you on the 23rd.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
All right, see you. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.